We're getting stuck straight into it today. More packaging and unpackaging heavy oil residue and sinking any excess. I'm very happy with the last results. Oh, and we've got our strange creature statue. What's it called? Confusing creature statue. That's what we've got. Everything seems to be working okay. Vehicles are doing their things by the looks of it. It's interesting. I don't know what to do about this. But these vehicles just stop doing nothing when I load the game. And then they'll just all start working. If you look here, there's a stopped one here, there's one here, there's one here. All these vehicles are stopped. But they don't say that they're blocked. I don't know if it's because of the amount of vehicles I've got going on. Now they're all saying, and now they're all working. All of these, and then they're not. Then they are, and then they're not. And now they're all, these ones are working again. So I think because well, some of them got bumped. I'm going to leave these alone. And we're just going to keep looking at the map. Unless it tells me that there's something blocking, I'm not going to do anything about it. So there's a few up here doing nothing. It is frustrating because I don't know if things are working or not working. If I don't do anything, look, see, these are all working now. And now that one got bumped. So they're bumping each other. And they're forcing some movement. You watch now that one. I don't know. See, there, they're all working now. And so this one's here. It's very strange, but I just have to let it run and do its thing. Alright, we need to go up next floor. Okay, so now so we've just done this one, which was 200, and we need to do this one here, which is 121. working beautifully now. Alright, so 121. So we're going to have a look at so it's the unpackaging that consumes the most. Yeah. So the most you can do is 50. If I did 121, if I did 3 at 45, that's 135. And then for the packaging, I could do 2 is 90. No. $67.5. So I can do 3 at 45 and 2 at 67.5. Yeah, that's... Alright, I'm just going to put a copy of these over here. Alright. Actually, hold on, that's the package. Let's just put that there. And that's the unpackaged. Right. Now, so I want 5 in total. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe 11 foundations is what we need. Let's see. Possibly 12, but maybe there's still a couple more. We'll give it a break. Alright, so we're going to start off with, we're going to do it all identical. And that means I have empty canisters coming from the bottom and those going up. And I might do these slightly different because I'll do it the same. I won't change anything. So that would be that one. We start that one there. That gives us a bit of what are we starting off with? Mark 2s? Yep. Rightio. My spacing might not be good enough because it might be okay. So that was to go. That's comes in and splits between them. Yeah, okay. In this instance, they're that height, which is the same height, so we're good on that front. Right, I need to move one across. Yeah, that's the spot there. All right. That one. That'll go there. That'll wrap around there. Like that. Then this is going to output I think we'll do them like that. Alright, so then I'll have Alright, let me just double check that. Okay. Yep, so looking on the map, that truck's now moved. So you just have to leave them be. We've got some trucks over here just doing nothing. We'll just leave them be. I think it's about there. Because this one it's going to come in there. yeah. Well, good time for save. Is that too close? Yeah, that's too close. I thought it was too close. Right, then we're going to have right, that one there is in the wrong spot. Goes there. It's really strange how the parts work sometimes. And then we're going to put probably here the right, this one there. I reckon there. And that'll be the heavy oil residue coming straight into here. We'll fix this in a minute. That just gets it out of the way for the moment. Right, so that'll come into there. And then we've got the output. Right, now to do this, we did this. Right, so they're at the wrong height. And this is a merger. Like that. So what am I aiming for? Yeah, right. Yep, okay. Perfect. Next is done as we go. Right, so then that is my smart splitter. That's going to go up in a bit. So once that comes in, then it's this one here, and I think that's the right spot for it. And these are all going to be Mark 1. And it's 3 of them, so we're going to do this. Like that. Then the empty canisters. I'm going to exit that way. And then our and then we're going to do a manifold on the way out. So that'll be that one there. Idiot. Alright, we don't need that anymore. Or that one. Right. And then I'll grab that one there. Just going to put some walls along here to run along, that'll make it easier. We're not going to need this one again. Get rid of that. So then there'll be that one there. The next machine. Pretty sure will be there. That looks about right. Wow. I got up really quick then, that was interesting. So this will be a splitter here. And then so that'll be our packaged and overflow. Nova Pixels, hi Smoker, it's so good to see you again. I haven't watched you in forever since you used to have your doggy cam while playing 7 days. How you been? I've been doing well. Thank you, Nova. It's good to see you. Randy's still here. I just don't have I've moved and I don't have the whole green screen room set up like I used to. So yeah, unfortunately he can't get his dedicated green screen, but that's just the brakes, isn't it? He comes up for pats, don't worry, you'll get to see him at some point. So he's a nice boy. He's a crowd favourite. How have you been? So I'm going to put this one... My husband just heard your voice and goes, is that the nice guy with the doggo? There you go. No. Is that the dog with the nice guy? Is that what you meant to say? Alright. That goes there. You good? Happy to see you back streaming. I know you took a break for a while. Yeah, I came back for the 1.0, so I have been streaming for about 12 months now. But yeah, it's good to be back. I'm enjoying it. Unimatrix, welcome. Good to see you. He's got the doggo emote. Very important emote. Alright, that's that one there. It's all of that. And then... Hold on. Yeah, that's the smart splitter. Yep, so then... You have been on until recently. I just moved across the country and took a break myself for a while. Ah, yeah, it's good having a bit of a break, isn't it? I've certainly come back with a renewed interest. I reckon I'll do it to here. I haven't played 7 Days to Die since Alpha 19 maybe? No, I haven't played the 1.0 release because it didn't get good reviews from my opinion. So yeah, I have heard they've made some good changes recently. I may play it again at some point. Ronan, welcome. I honestly would prefer to play it when we had bandits. I think that's something that I felt was missing from the game. That's that. So I've just got to do one more and then hook it up, and then I need to do the underneath. So I would put that one there. Yeah, your husband loves the new update. That's good, because I heard there were a lot of unhappy people with the previous, some of the changes they had been making, and They weren't making friends. Community was not happy. So that's going to go there, I think. What's been happening, Unimatrix? You got yourself a factory. He said there could have been better ideas instead of a storm and some better looking food. Yep. That's the crux of what I heard too. Alright. Then the last one. I think it's got to go there. Yeah, that's it. I don't get straight sometimes. And it doesn't get me. They hyped it up so much that when I get here I was like, oh, okay, yep. Food, it's a game, you don't need food. That's true, Unimatrix. That's true. But, yeah. You're dishing up slop. People aren't going to like your slop. Put another shrimp on the barbie? Absolutely. Except we call them prawns over here, not shrimps. But, I mean, that's neither here nor there, is it? Perfect. No, that way. One, two, three, four, five. Perfect. Right, that's 5. All I need now is I need to put my output. So this is the empty canisters. And then there's the that one there. There's that one there. And that there. that's going to make its way to there. So we might do that like that. Yep, that'll be good. And now I just need to deal with my underneath the canisters. And then we can hook it up. Alright, so I'm going to have that's going down, that's coming in. That's overflow. Just need to think about this for a sec. My husband wants to know, what did you think of the game I gifted you, Dawn of Man? I remember I played it on stream. It was alright, but it just didn't... it just wasn't my style of game, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm really fussy with games I've found. I've tried a few. But yeah. I'll be honest, I didn't really play a lot of games when I was... when I wasn't streaming. I was just doing other stuff, but I do enjoy streaming. I've been given a bunch of games from, like, cozy games from dev studios that are on my list of things to look at, but I haven't really gotten into it. What about... So they're going down their overflow. I need a splitter there. Yeah, I think what I need so there's a few of those I can try out as well. And just yeah, I'm just really into Satisfactory at the moment, to be honest. It's one of those things that got me going. I'm going to put that there. But I'd say once I've had a good run of Satisfactory, like on this playthrough, I may have a break before my next Satisfactory playthrough and play a bunch of different things. You happy you at least tried it and gave it a... yep, gave it a try? Absolutely. 110%. If you don't give it a go, then you don't know. Alright, so... I'm going to try that there for a sec. I don't want to do it there. I'm going to do it okay, so I'm going to need, so I'm doing a few different things here. Just want a normal splitter here. So it's the point of the game to make the machine better, this game. So the point of this game is you make you have machines that make things. So like at the moment I'm dealing with power. So I need to make power so I can make more machines to make more things. And so the power, I'm making some computers. And so when I make computers, one of the products I need is plastic. So I make plastic from oil, but there's this byproduct called heavy oil residue. So then I take that heavy oil residue that I'm bringing in here and I'm putting in some containers, and then I'm unpacking it out of the containers and sending it downstairs to a machine. And the reason I'm doing that is if there's an excess amount of containers, amount of oil, then it will actually flush it out of the system. So it's just all about logistics, putting logistics together. You can make it as nice as you want, or you can make it as clunky as you want. It's totally up to you. I'm going a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Excessive at the moment, doing all the things I just explained. I'm doing a lot of unnecessary steps. Not unnecessary, but steps a lot of people wouldn't bother with. But it fulfills my OCD desires. And I hope that makes sense. So that one there. I'm going to go to here. Actually don't need these ones. So yeah, before I did like 7 Days to Die, I played this game a lot. Nice. My husband said that's how he plays games as well. He likes things that look nice. He will turn off the zombies in 7 Days to Die and focus on buildings. Have a look at my website. And then I'll have some good screenshots of what I'm talking about. That's not what I wanted. Alright, we do need to come one more across. Yeah, it's a bit more forgiving, this game, compared to 7 Days to Die. There's no physics stuff. In the sense of things collapsing. That's there. That's going to go to there. And that's the canister chain. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about... Yep, that's right, okay. I'm working on a few things here as I go. So let's bring the canisters up a bit. Alright, so the packing's here. So I want a splitter. That's in the middle of these two. Commerce Scare, how you going? How are you? What's happening today? Thanks for that. I'll share it with your husband. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Alright, so this will be Mark II. And these will be Mark I. I'll do the other one in a second. So that's going to go to there, that's going to go to there. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Up here, I don't think I needed that merger here. I had to change a heart. Right, yeah, that's fine there like that. But I needed that there like that. Right, that goes to there. Building the next stage of Phase 4 products. Yesterday I finished the raw resource refinement and now the intermediate factory is your next to-do. Ooh, very exciting. Progress. Okay, so I'm going to put oh, there's a reason why I did that there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's my incoming canisters. And I'm going to put a priority. Let's put I'm going to put a merger like that there. But I'm going to make it a priority merger. And upgrade it. Right. So now the left input has high priority and the right has low. So then here, this is my merger. Just going to check it up against this. Yep, right, so it's going to go there. This is the output of the empty canisters. one there. That's not what I wanted. Right, and then that's going to go down there, but it's a bit short, so that's good. And then put that there, and I'm going to put and then I should redo that in a minute. I'm going to put this one here. This is the empty canisters coming in. Yeah, too high. Ah, because that's... no wonder it's not working. Right. We're almost ready to turn it on. I'm going to double check a few things. So we've got our that's our outgoing product. These are all configured. The empty canisters and there. Then I've got the incoming product from there coming into here, and overflows going back there to a sink. That's those two joined together. I think I'm good to connect it up. So I need to grab one of these. Where's it coming in? Oh no. Okay, I'm glad I worked there. I've got to move this across to there. glad we worked that out now and not, well, now I suppose. Probably we'll do it there. So I'll get rid of that, that one to there, and that one to there. So that there, and that there. Alright, so if we get rid of that, I should be getting my heavy oil residue coming in, and they're starting to pack. One of them is, and that one is. Perfect. But the progress is being gatekept yet again. My inability to design good-looking factories, that is a curse, isn't it? Alright, and that's going to come down here. Okay, so now this. Now we just have to hook it up down below. So it's this one that's here. That hole there. So what I might do is, where's my, we'll do that one there. Alright, so that there. 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 It's a pity it doesn't line up with that one. I could probably change that. Could I? I could, because it's just that. That won't work. It's got to be like that, but that. has to move 1 to there. Right, I just have to go up and fix that, adjust that, and then this will all be flowing again. So we put that. I think it's there. That's it. That's kind of frustrating. I can make that work, I think. Yeah, that's the perfect spot for a curve. Yep, that's beautiful. Right, so now that should be working beautifully. Just going to let that run for a bit. See how this goes. Seems good. Okay, so that's fine there. Everything else is fine. Right. So that's all working fine. That's working fine. That's doing what it should do. And this is never going to reach 100%, but that's fine. The way I've designed it, they're designed to do a bit more than they're supposed to. Let's close this up and let's put in all of our supporting mechanisms. Right, so our last one of these ones. that, and now let's do all these. Got a few to do. I'm going to have to delete a few, but it'll look good when they're done. Quite a few of these to do. That one, I think we're gonna stick with how it is. Maybe if I did that there. It would do that one. These ones. Oh, they'll line up beautifully. That's great. Alright, now let's get rid of excess. Should be able to do this sensibly. Sometimes you can. Ah, that's good. So there's a couple there I got from the distance before. I didn't mean to. That's looking good. last ones. Now it all looks supported. Ooh, I know what I should do, I didn't do. Put the conveyor filter, conveyor monitor here. Because we're supposed to be getting 121 on this belt. Roughly. That's kind of, yeah, what's happening. It'll average out. Yeah, based on what comes in, the production cycles. That's a very consistent. What we got coming through is pretty consistent. We don't have any backup, backlog, it's good. It's built to do more than it needs. And not actually, yeah, I just overbuilt this, I forgot. Ah, that's what I need to do. I didn't think about that. This here needs to go up and join. Because, yes, that's why it's not running as efficiently. Yeah, that makes more sense now. Yep, so, alright, that's easy to do. I will just here I'm actually going to change this. There or there? If I do this, is it going to matter? Not really. No, okay, hold on. Okay, so that to there. I'm going to put that there. Right, so that I'm going to put that's what I want, that there. That there. And then we're going to put a Mark 1 pipe. This was to prevent backflow. Mark 1 pump with no power. And then that comes into there. Just going to make sure this is all still working. Looks like it. Yep, alright, so now I'll just cook that one up down here. I'm glad I looked at that. So here. That's the one there. That goes to there, and that should go straight up. So that no. It should go there. And there. So that goes to there. That goes to there. I'm pretty sure I've got a pump on this. That'll account for that head lift that's needed. There it is. Yep. Here's heaps. That's fine. Perfect. Alright, that's good. That was the missing heavy oil residue. I thought they were a bit too idle. They're supposed to be idle, but I didn't think they'd be that idle. Right, that's that. Get rid of that now. That. I no longer need that junction either. That could go straight down and in now. We can make it even simpler. That would go to there, I think. I might get rid of that. That's much cleaner. Bit of shenanigans going on here. Seem to be okay. Let's go up here and check it. I need one of these here. And maybe I hold them. Right, so now let's check these machines. Still doing fine. Has my, so 86 is my, this is my heavy oil residue coming through. Let's see, I get bursts of 120. I was getting bursts of 120 before, but I mean, the numbers should be fine. Not much I can do about it, but just let it happen. We just need to observe it over time, I think. I just need to let it run. As long as the fuel graph's running fine, that's all that matters. We don't seem to be sinking any heavy oil residue now, and that's a good thing. The trucks seem to be fine. I think there's just some stuff that gets worked out when it's initially firing up. These are currently lacking a bit, but it's probably to do with what I just did, because these have dropped down. Comments care, I am 100% on top of what you're building. I would assume that you are packaging stuff for the diluted package fuel. Any reason for not using the diluted recipe in the blender? I haven't unlocked the blender yet. I've only haven't completed phase 3 yet. The reason why I'm packaging it and unpacking it is so I can sink any excess, so there isn't a backup. DC, that's smart. Thanks very much. Because this heavy oil residue comes from my computer, well, it comes from the plastic that's made for computers. So if that fails, then the computers aren't going to be made. So I'll keep both of them sorted and we're okay. That's right, I disconnected that to make that. And good day to see you, DC. One of my reasons for brute forcing phase 3 with temporary stuff, I just couldn't bother to use a diluted package recipe. I can totally understand. In my case, I'm doing a playthrough that's a tutorial series that's trying to show people there's different ways to play the game. So now we do have a lack of fuel coming through. We never did get a direct liquid sink. Maybe one day. 1.2 is coming, but I doubt we'll get that. I doubt they would add that in for the console release. It's high hopes there, but right, so these are okay. This is somewhat okay. I've just got to let it do its thing. I take it I'm going to have some power issues for a while. I'm doing well, thank you. It's been a busy day at work, but apart from that, nothing to complain about. I don't think they'll ever put a fluid sink in. I think it's too simplified. They want some complexity to be there. Yeah, now my power's fluctuating after all that stuff I did. But I did expect that was going to happen. Now well actually what I do need to check is my crude oil, is my heavy oil residue coming through at the right rates now? Which it looks like it is. It's just, I need to go and look at the train station to make sure I'm not having a fluctuation of the crude coming in via the train. Sometimes you just got to wait though. You just got to let it balance out, and then because I've disconnected a few machines and reconnected, this is now getting up to 100% again. So this will be fine. Sometimes it's easy to be impatient. this is running a bit better now. There's more. Actually, the real test is this number here. Yeah, this number is much better now. This is the number it should be at. Yeah. So that heavy oil residue is coming through at the right rates now. It should be 121 in total. That's good. I'm just going to walk away now and leave it. We're going to go and look at the crude oil coming in and just have an eye on that, see what's happening there, because I don't know if I need to add another train or not. It was in that building I should have come down. Alright, no, it's this one over here. Well, the crude oil pipes look full, so that's a positive. Let's see what the train station buffers are like. 1.7, 1.9. I think we're fine on the oil side of things. That pumping noise I just heard in the background then, I thought it was like, wow, they've added a special Easter egg choo-choo train, like, because I saw the train coming out, I thought it was going choo-choo-choo-choo-choo-choo. No, it's just the pump. We're going to tidy all this up at some point, but we've been doing a lot of work and I want to see my rewards for my work. So my rewards for my work are moving on to heavy modular frame. We should be making no, we're not making that one. So yeah, I've made 27 of these now. So now, if my numbers are right, power totals 35,000. I don't know about that. Maybe my maths is off. Any thoughts what you might think being 1.2? I reckon, yeah, we've got 29,000. We're 5,000 short somewhere. I'm not sure we're going to work that out. I reckon there's going to be lots of stuff in the hub, like RGB lights and those sorts of things. Because when you look in the console release or that video, they're sitting down on couches. I think they're going to put more aesthetics into it, perhaps. I think 1.2 is just going to have been purely console and bug fixes and a couple of little sprinkles of things, but nothing major. Maybe a different gameplay method, start method. That could be on the cards.
Oh, I've got a joke for you. Knock knock. Then you say, who's there? It's me, Elevata. And then you ask, Elevata who? No, I elevate you.
Oh! Oh, Ada. All right. Let's have a look. Oh, I know, I took out some turbo fuel generators for fuel, so that's where that 5's probably missing some of that. Let's go to, I don't know, DC. Sadly, I think you're correct with the optimizations and such, but we can hope, right? Hope indeed. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do any major game-changing things. They're just focusing on a stable release with a few little niceties. But yeah, maybe a different game mode, like they could add a different start location. That could be something like that. Modular Engine's what we're up to. So guess what? We've made the rubber, we've made the smart plating. We've just got to make the motors, and that's going to be a no-brainer. Here we are. We need one machine at 50%. Lim and I have been asking for an empty map forever. That's another good one. Yeah, maybe like node shuffling would be a cool one, DC. You know they have one, but that won't apply to the masses, no. It wouldn't be hard for them to do node shuffling, because that doesn't require anything major compared to, because everything would stay in the same location. You just shuffle what's assigned to it. I don't know how well that would work with the meshes that are applied to it, because from what I could tell from previous updates, sometimes there's like a different mesh on a coal node and that. But yeah, you are not wrong, because there is. Oh no, I've done it.
There's a mod for that.
There's a mod for that. There's a mod for that. There's a mod for that.
Give me a sec, I just screwed up my stream deck. I need to make a bug report for that. There's a few of those. Well, I'm curious if all of that's running correctly. I just want to see, is computers still running correctly? Are these still running at 100%? Because if they are, I'm happy. This one's at 95, so the circuit boards just aren't cutting it on these ones. I don't know what it is. These are fine. For some reason my circuit boards are just off on these ones. They're supposed to be 8 per minute. 16 per minute I think is what I need for the two machines. Yep, so those circuit boards are that top belt. So that's that one there. So that's this one here, which is coming from here. It's just the plastic's not coming in at the right rate. It's really strange. Because it looks like it is. Maybe with everything I've just done. Yeah, it's really unusual. Unless it's oil related. Like the plastic's coming in and then it's going out. So that should be... Oh, I bet you there's a Mark 1 belt somewhere, because this is 64. Let's make sure that everything leading up to this is Mark 2. I'm stuck. It's pretty condensed there. Mark 2, Mark 2. Kind of lost which belt it is then. This one. Hey, that's what I should be doing. Come back to that. So it's this one on the right hand side. It's this one here. It's Mark 2 there. That's Mark 2. There it is. That's it there. That needs to be Mark 2. That was Mark 2. So that's all backed up. It's just a small enough number to look like it's working fine and then not working fine. I'm glad we checked that, because I want my space elevator parts to be made at the right rate. God, someone left the elevator at the very top. You know what would be nice is to have something other than monochrome icons for the elevator buttons. That's what I want to see. This is not enough. Where are the numbers? What if I want to go to my Caterium ingot factory floor, you know? I'm very vocal about that one. Okay, so that's it. I'm pretty sure that's the fix for that one. Alright, so while we're waiting for that to sort out, we're on the motors. That's good, but not. I didn't want to fit another thing in this floor. You know what? It's time for. It's time to wall this bad boy up. Just going to make a note of something while I remember it. Right. Yeah, I've got to say, I'm pretty happy with how reliable the trucks are. A few little hiccups here and there. Come on, stand on the beam. Alright, that's that one done, and we have to do the one next to it. To me, yeah, because this is the stator factory, and then there's also the motor factory, and then there's a rotor factory over there. Oh, I love my factory with all these, everything running around on belts. We're going to add hypertubes. We haven't done that yet. That's coming up at some point. Do you know about the extreme concrete colors trick? I do not. Please share, because I do want to tidy up, make some of these a bit prettier at some point. I'm just building walls to try and improve performance, but I do want to fancy the buildings up, so please share. Alright, I'm going to quickly go to the toilet. I'll be back in a sec, and we'll go from there. Have you ever wished that coloured concrete would actually have the colour you set and not a washed version of the colour? Absolutely! Well, fear not. You can manually manipulate the values via the number fields further than what the slider would allow. Ah, this makes coloured concrete actually look like the colour you want, and it pops. Works great, especially with white or black. I don't know why that reads like an ad. You're just a salesman. So it's the... If I customize swatch 2, so you're saying if that was a 2, like a 5, and if that was a 5, $99 or 100, says Gaz. All right. Doesn't work on walls, unfortunately. Right. Okay. Well, that's still, I've learnt something new. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll make a note of that. That's going to be one of those things that that's going to be one of those things that's... I don't know if that's going to be easy to do in the on the console. You have a Discord, I can send you a pic in. I want to show you something. I do. And there's a Smokin' 5000 channel. You can just dump it in there. I'm hoping this link works. Then let me just open it up. Okay, well thanks for sharing that. Do a checkerboard. I think I remember Meza did a checkerboard for one of his playthroughs, so helping design stuff. Alright. Yeah, Gaz has got it. Oh, yep. Here it is. Wow, that looks pretty fancy. I can see where you had headaches with round corners. The white's gorgeous. It does look very nice. Absolutely, yeah. So that's how they do it. I see. Very nice. That's the paint factory I was talking about yesterday. Yeah, I figured that. With the being round and all. Yeah, that is awesome. Thanks for sharing that. All right. Okay, so this is motors. All right, so I need one for the modular engine. At 50%. So where was that? It was on the... Copy. Paste. So this is for the modular engine. Also, I hate how red always look orange on signs. Yeah, right. Maybe they're not using OLEDs. It'll be 5. And status is the same. I might as well just do this. For example, the decorative signs on the picture I sent are all as red as it gets. I don't know if there's a trick for that. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure myself. And then I just have my a motor output. And this is going to be 2.5 per minute. All right. So that I'm going to tidy up some of this factory while I'm at it. Alright, let's get that done. Mind sharing an opinion on an entrance side design? Oh, hold on, sorry. King Gaz, I think the Streaming King's Construction had a sign intensity color modification he did through the game files. Ah, right. He's pretty clever, that guy. You can definitely share your opinion on an entrance. Absolutely. So this... oh yeah, I've just got that in chat. Let me bring it up there. Yeah, right. I like what you've done there. They've got the big glass walls. You're using the LEDs to break it up. What's your opinion? Wow, is that the player in there? He's very small, right in the middle. It is, because his headlight's on the ground. I'm not sure if I want to break up the glass in the middle with a pillar beam or beam cutting across. It's a lot of glass. I think it's alright because it's a different style of glass to the sides. I think it seems fine. I think you might be trying to do too much otherwise. It's always a balancing act. Alright, now we need to get this to the same place the rubber's going. And unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to go higher. There's already a lot going on here. Can I... I wonder... Why can't I come down here? This is open, this is open. Which way does the rubber go? The rubber goes that way. I reckon that's what we're going to do. You just got to figure out the rest now. Like what's going to go in the building and all those sorts of tricky things. Where to put all the machines. Alright, so my thing here is... I suppose it's... Ah, that's killing me right there. I can do a few tricks here. I got the layout and insides. I meant like the rest of the building design. So far I have one more, not much of building yet. Ah, gotcha. Well, there's no rush in these things. Right, so do that there, that to there. I can't. Oh, I can actually. Hold on. Yeah, I can. I think. That one there. Oh yeah, yep, that should work. I don't think I'm going to use this here. So I'm running the motors, preparing the motors to go all the way back to the Modular Engine location. That's better. That works there. Perfect. Let's hook it up this end. Deglad, hello, welcome. How am I doing? I'm doing well, thanks. We're finished doing our heavy oil residue stuff. Although I just want to check. Oh, the power's flattened out. So that must have all balanced. We'll have to go check on that soon. So that went well. Yeah. I wonder if... So let's do... here. Abby, I didn't get any notification in my new Discord. Hi brother, happy days, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. What about yourself? Sorry to hear about your Discord not telling you. Go. Alright, so that's down to here. How is the second overflow system done? It certainly is. It's running well. We're just we're going to go and check on it in a bit, but yeah, it's seems to be doing its job, which is great. We've got it all built and done. So I'm just starting on the modular engines, which is, we've already done the rubber and the something else. So all that's left is the motors. So I'm just running back the motor machine and then and then that'll be running, and then we'll be on to adaptive control units. So that comes in there, goes up there. Thanks very much for clicking the Make It Rain Channel Points Redemption Award. By clicking the Make It Rain Channel Points Redemption Award, you've agreed to donate $69 towards the part-time streamer fund. Simply refer to the links in chat. You can make those donations, or you can choose 6,900 bits. It's as simple as that. Please make sure you fulfill your contractually obligations, and that's real words. Right, that's that one there. That's not right. I failed. And as the saying goes, choo choo, motherfuckers. That's right, Deglad. Absolutely. Now I'm not sure if I want to go this way, because these stators are heading that way. Yeah, I might do that and put it, and that'll work all that out. Yep. Not there. There. Now that is just poor shaming. Yeah, it is a few biddies, that one, isn't it? But there's a few people that have been watching for a while. They've got a budget allowance that they want to use up. Oh, look, Glad's just smashing out trash your points. Yep. Literally, it does nothing. Love it. Absolutely love it. Must be broken. No, Deglad. That's literally that redemption. Third time's the charm. Wow. Wow. You're literally spending lots of points. It's good to clear out your bank balance sometimes. Not all of us can be rich like Elon. Alright, yeah, I got a wife and kids, 3 kids for that. Yep. Right. I think this is Modular Engines here. Yep. The rubbers. Why isn't the rubber oh, I mustn't have. It's coming in from one, not the other. What did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't hook it up. I didn't hook it up to any of them, just sinking it. I mean, that's what would have been happening anyway, but. Oh, it's working now. Right. And then this one. I'll come to there, and then I'll do a trick. I think I might connect the wall to the cliff on the back and the right and back. That could look quite nice. Yeah, including your environment can definitely have a nice look to your factories. Right, so this... do this. Ah, too high. I think it's connected. We'll find out anyway. So it's motors. Needs to be straight. You got a picture with a test, I guess, if you're interested? Sure. Why not? Here we go. Yeah, that looks good in going into the wall there. And you've got the cave there. Very nice. That's the oh yeah, that's the, yep, I know where that is. Lovely. Right. Okay, so well, I've screwed up here twice. Not a big deal, but no wonder it looked a bit crap. Glad, how about a small watcher showcase in the near future? What do you mean, Glad? Sorry. I've also planned to build my main storage base hub space elevator building thing after completing phase 4. I'm already dreading designing that. That sounds intense. Rightio. So that's belted all the way now. So once we supply the materials, it'll start running. Right, so in the coming weeks, you encourage viewers to send some nice builds in your Discord and you review some of that stuff in stream to come. Needs a bit of a build-up. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. I'll think about it. It's definitely... I'm always happy to review stuff as I go. As it comes, people want to share it, that's fine. Yeah. And stainers. Now this is where the good thing is I don't need this is intense. It just needs to be overflow for here. And that's what I've got to work out next, where it's going to come from. Well, we know where the stators are coming from. And they can come here and under. Let's just bring that in. That should be fine. Although I might, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to shove that across. Oh, hold on. No, I need to get the next 4 up anyway. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it here and we'll continue in the next episode. That sounds like glad something I could do in a video as opposed to during stream and do like a showcase video every so often. It's definitely a good idea. Yeah, because on the next episode we're going to build out that whole floor of stators for what's required next, I think. You can make a video out of stream. Yeah, the thing, Commie Scare, is this whole tutorial series I'm using to make videos out of as well. So I already do I already do video editing on this stuff. That's a good suggestion. Yeah. Alright. So today we finished off that heavy oil residue and that was really good. I'm happy that it's all finished with the sinking the byproduct, packaging it, sinking it and then unpackaging it. Then what do we do next? Then we just found that weird Mark 1 conveyor belt. This should have been a Mark 2 that was holding up some plastic. So once again, that was good to sort that out. And Then we started working on the modular engines. Well, finishing it off, because as we were doing computers, we were also working on some of the stuff in modular engines. So all we need to do now is make the motors for the modular engines. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night. I look forward to seeing